In this lesson, we will look at questions from Unit 6, Section 6.1, Slope of a Line. Question 1. Determine the slope of this line segment. Now, there are two different ways we can determine the slope of a line segment from a graph. We can use the rise over run method, or we can pick two coordinate points on the line and use the slope formula. Best thing to do here is use the rise over run method, since we have two marked points A and B that we can use. So let's just make our triangle here. Now you can use any point. You could have used this one here with this one. It doesn't really make a difference as long as that these points are on the line and you make your right triangle. So we can first eliminate the options that we have because our line segment A to B is decreasing. So we're just going to eliminate option C and option D. So we're going to count up for our rise and count for our run. So slope equals, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For our rise, and we have a run of 1, 2, 3, 4. And we already determined it's negative because it's decreasing. Now we have to simplify this fraction because it is not an option, but we can divide both the numerator and the denominator by 2, which will result in a slope of -3/2. So our answer here will be B. Question 2, determine the slope of the line that passes through point A, 1 and 2, and B, 3 and 6. This one here we have no choice but to use the slope formula since we are not given a graph and we can't determine rise over run. So I'm going to say slope equals y2 subtract y1 divided by x2 subtract x1. It's always nice to start off with just the formula that has nothing substituted in it, so make sure that you get everything correct. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to label my points x1, y1 so I don't get anything confused. x2, y2. Okay, so our y2 point is 6. We're going to go 6 subtract 2. And then we're going to go 3 subtract 1 because that is our x2 subtract our x1. 6 subtract 2 is going to give us 4. And 3 subtract 1 is 2. We always check to see if we can simplify our slope. 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. Now if we have to describe the slope in terms of rise and run, we can say that our slope is 2 divided by 1, which is going to give us a rise of 2 units, which is positive, and a run of 1 unit. So if we had to graph this on a graph, you could choose either point here, 1 and 2, 3 and 6, plot that point, then we're going to go up 2 units over to the right 1.